So recently I found myself thinking more and more about balance and how balance is so difficult to achieve in life. I mean, whether it be personal, whether it be business, whether it be in career, we all need some kind of balance. The trouble is, for me personally, whenever I hear the word balance, I feel as though I have to sacrifice something in order to achieve it. And unfortunately for me, that doesn't always sit well with my core, with my being. But with that being said though, I understand that it's really important because otherwise you end up burning the candle on both ends. You end up pursuing things for no real reason. You have to stop and then ask yourself, why am I doing this? And this is the same for all walks of life. Whether it be fitness, you need balance. Whether you want to invest money, and we'll talk a little bit about investing in a moment, you need balance. So I'm out here today because I'm trying to explore what balance means for me and how I can attain balance in my personal life, which is actually going to impact my finances and my financial life as well. One of the ways that I manage to find a little bit of balance is just jumping in the car and going for a long drive. It sets my mind at ease and I don't know, I feel at peace. I feel like I'm in autopilot. And when you're driving through scenery like this, it really does make you appreciate the beauty of the country that we live in. We don't really, I suppose, appreciate this because we don't always have the best weather. But if you just get out and about and just venture, the beauty of our little island is just astounding. And this is one of my favorite things to do. See, the thing about balance for me is, how do you actually know when you've actually achieved that balance? It can be a really, really hard thing to know unless you have some things that you've set out at the outset to, I guess, gauge what your definition of balance is. And this is harder said than done. It's something that I've really, really struggled with for a very, very long time. It constantly means revisiting your personal goals, your drivers, your values, all those kind of things. And when you get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, unfortunately, it's very, very easy for those things to just fall by the wayside. And I know that they shouldn't, but they do. And I'm sure that you can relate to this, that you just get caught up being so busy sometimes that you just lose track of what's going on, what's really important, and you're just in the rat race. It's really, really difficult to deal with. And this problem is particularly important, and it's particularly pertinent, I should say, when we talk about investing. Now, I don't know about you, but this place right here, it reminds me of, you know, when you were a kid and you heard stories about Robin Hood, Nottingham Forest. This is what I pictured Nottingham Forest to look like, to be like when I was younger. It's just magical. Now, I'm not going to begin to pretend as though I've got the answers to how you go about getting balance in most things that you do. I'm very much a work in progress myself. But it's funny how sometimes when you think about some of the good things in life that are supposed to be positive and be of intrinsic value, they often use the word balance to, I guess, describe them. You know, you think about a nice balanced meal or healthy balanced diet. You think about luxury cars, for example, a Ferrari. It's poised and balanced is often the terminology that you would hear. And maybe balance as a concept is the closest thing that you could use to measure your journey towards perfection, if perfection is such a thing, or at least your definition of perfection. And I think this is really, really important right now because we need to find the balance for our own mental health, for our own well-being. And we talk about investments here and investing here on this channel. And right now, balance is really, really important given where we are. And this is where we talk about the markets. If you started to invest in 2020, then you probably would have been on a massive positive journey. You know, if you look at the chart, this chart right here of the S&P 500, we saw a 93 bar increase, huge growth. And we have a position right now where we are facing a potential recession in the nearest future. And that is being signposted by the central banks, both here in the UK and over in the States. We're facing inflation, which in the States, interest rates may actually have a positive chance of actually beating. But here in the UK, not so much so. And so if you are investing right now and you're looking at your portfolio and you're a little bit, I guess, gutted about what you're seeing in your portfolio, you might be in the red right now, I'd encourage a little bit of balance. And when I say balance, you can't do anything about your portfolio right now, but what you can do is you can think about your portfolio moving forward. A recession and the market crash isn't necessarily all bad news. There are opportunities for you to take advantage of within that. I'll talk about that on a different video. But what I do want to encourage you to do is think about balance. Think about balance in terms of your mindset, your head, your headspace, your thoughts. Try to find the balance in trying not to panic about the returns that you have, because there's nothing you can do about it right now. And investing very much is for the long haul. So if you are worried about your investments, I'll tell you what I've done. I'm not looking at any of my notifications. I am down in most of my holdings right now. Even my S&P 500 portfolio is down. I've turned off my notifications and I'm trying to get balance within my mindset, within my internal clock around the fact that this is very much a long-term prospect for me. And I liken this to being on a 100-mile journey and I have a recession and a market crash 3 miles into it. I still have 97 miles to go. So try to balance your mind, try and balance your psychology, your mindset, because that's really, really important. And look, get out and about. Go and explore your local area. Don't pay attention to the news. The news is there to sell bad news, right? It's never gonna, promote anything positive. But I hope that you found this useful. I found today really, really helpful. I'm in beautiful Lake Barnway. And look, go and explore your local area. You might have gems like this that you can explore. Take your mind off things.